Hey there, I'm John.
Hi, I'm Ryan.
I'm Brendan.
I'm Spencer.
Some of our favorite bands are the Beatles, Bob Dylan, Spinal Tap, the Beach Boys. What do you say?
I don't know. I'd say that we get a lot of inspiration just from other creative people, whether it's music or art or whatever it may be. We just like to see people actually expressing themselves in positive ways.
All new songs. We're not going to put any old songs on the new record, so that's good. Yeah, it's just a lot different. I think it's been 3 or 4 years since we wrote a record, so we've done some growing up, and we've got a new member, a new man in the band, and he helped out a lot. So I think people would be surprised with what's going to be on it.
The title of the album is called Pretty Odd, and I think that pretty much sums up the whole idea of what's going on. The main difference that I hear in the new record from the last record is that it just sounds a little bit more honest. We wrote all these songs together as a band and kind of played them together and recorded them together, and I think that'll really come out once you hear it. We usually like to design cars.
Well, this is our first, but we
They finally
liked it,
made
so
one.
We enjoyed it.
They finally took one of our ideas. This is actually our 30th idea that
We've pitched to Honda.
We pitched.
we pitched to Honda.
To many various car companies, but Honda's the first one that bought it. Yeah, that is actually a really big deal, that doing this tour can keep ticket prices down, because a lot of our fans are younger and they don't exactly have huge incomes. I remember the jobs I had when I was like 16, 17, so it's nice to have Honda be a sponsor and kind of help us get more people into the shows by keeping tickets a little cheaper.
Every person who buys a ticket for this tour is donating $1 to a eco fund that we've put together that kind of gets divided up between a couple nonprofit organizations to promote kind of the theme of going green, I guess, and we've tried to carry that through with the car design as well. And I guess it's just something that was never available to us, before doing a tour, to kind of coincide promoting environmental awareness. Working with Honda has been great. It's a lot more of a kind of a cooperative effort than just a sponsorship. And for us as well, with the whole going green thing, they kind of already had something, or their foot in the door, I guess, and it was a way for us to approach something that we really feel strongly about, but really didn't know how to voice our opinion, I guess, and they kind of allowed us to do that, as well as sponsor the tour and let us design the car, and they've been really cool with it.
They pretty much let us do whatever we want, which was really nice.
Yeah, creative control was pretty much in our hands, and that's a big thing with our band and everything. So that was one reason why we wanted to do it, because we'd heard that the bands do have a lot of say in what goes on this tour. So,
especially for this tour, it's a lot less of trying to shove a company's name down your throat and more promoting something that actually matters. Our producer, Rob Mathis, one of the first things he said to us is that if we were going to be doing any type of string arrangements on this record, he wanted to record them at Abbey Road. He said, you really can't get a better sound more unique sound than some of the studios there. So he talked us into it, and we're actually mixing the record there too. So works out for us. We get to spend a couple weeks in London, enjoy the scenery, and finish the last stages of our album.
yeah, I think we all love the Beatles. They're probably all of our at least close to favorite bands. So being able to go over there and actually work with Peter Cobbin, who's mixing it, and he's done some Beatles remixes and stuff. So it's kind of special, I think, for all of us to be able to go over there as young as we are right now and do a record.
I think music today, or actually music back then, at least for us, had a little bit more to say than it does now, and I think that's why it's appealed to us, especially the time we're in. We've been pretty successful throughout the past couple of years, and we're really grateful for that. And any way to help out or just keep things going good, we want to try to do. And I think that was a lot of people's motives back then, was to try to write music to inspire people and make the world better.
For me, it was my parents listening to that stuff when I was growing up, and then now kind of getting into it and having those bands be some of our biggest influences. It's kind of pretty far away from a lot of current music now. One thing that we did in the studio was we recorded a lot of stuff to tape, and we recorded a lot of stuff live, which is something, I guess, it's closer to records that were recorded in the 60s or 70s than most of the stuff now. So I don't know, I guess just things like that, it's kind of in some way coming back around, at least for our band, to some of the older influences. So there's going to be 3 other bands playing with us. A couple of them are bands that we've toured with before, the Hush Sound and Motion City Soundtrack. The Hush Sound has a new record out, or coming out as well, and Motion City, we haven't seen those guys in about 1.5 years, so it'll be fun to start playing with them again.
Usually before a show, a few things happen. We warm up for about 45 minutes before, and we usually...
That's different for everyone also. John does push-ups.
I do push-ups.
I play guitar. Brennan does vocal warm-ups.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I rollerblade.
Rollerblades. And then after that, we all convene together for a chant, which we adapted from the Mighty Ducks movie, where they
get in a circle and they quack,
quack.
We do that.
It's a lot more intense
With a Go
before a
Ducks
show,
to finish it. Yeah.
but you get the...
Well, I think we're all pretty excited about playing theaters on this tour, because we did a big arena tour last winter, and it was a lot of fun, and the show was pretty big, and I guess there's just something special about playing theaters, and you feel really close to the audience in those places, and you can kind of, I don't know, it feels like a more personable show sometimes. So the fact that we get to come out and basically our first U.S. tour in over 1 year is going to be something that kind of reminds us of, the kind of places we played when we first started. Yeah, we did a spur-of-the-moment acoustic performance at the Las Vegas date of the Honda tour last year, and me and Brennan.
We had a special guest with us. It was Mark Hoppus from Plus 44, but they weren't able to play that show that night, so I flew in from LA, and Ryan drove from his house, and we just kind of
put a little set together.
Winged it.
It was fun.
I think we're all pretty happy to be a part of something like this. Not every band gets to have the opportunity to do some of the stuff that we do, and look at this. Look at this thing.
It's just the beginning.
Look at this.
Being on Rolling Stone was probably one of the biggest things that's happened to us so far.
It's pretty surprising. We were coming off our last tour before we started to write our new album, and we were done pretty much with our touring cycle, and we got the call that they wanted to put us on the cover of the first issue of 2007, and we were really happy, and
we hope to do it again.
Yeah.
If they'll have us.
Into a place where thoughts can bloom.